What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down 3 oversold stocks that I'm looking at right now in the markets. We're going to break down some technicals, my thoughts on these stocks, my plans with these stocks as well. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee. Make sure to smash that like button if you guys find value, and check out my Patreon if you want all my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, morning update videos, plus more. All of that's on Patreon, link down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So the markets today are not doing well. We have the S&P down 0.4%, the Dow is down roughly the same, and the Nasdaq 100 for that matter, excuse me guys, as we're seeing the Russell down 0.25%, silver is down over 4%, which is just horrible. Gold is down over 2%, and the VIX is up almost 3%. So we have volatility today. It's a sea of red. And not to toot my own horn, but did we not call this out in my video last night with the bull trap thumbnail and the title? I think the title was called Be Careful Here or some crap like that. Did we not call this out? We did, guys. We did. And the markets are looking pretty ugly. And as the markets in general are looking ugly, a lot of individual stocks are selling off even more. So let's talk about the 3 oversold stocks that I'm looking at right now. And by the way, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see my daily night videos, which I make every single night here on the East Coast, where we cover the markets in depth plus more. Make sure to subscribe for those videos again every single night. So stock number 1 for this video is Walmart, ticker symbol WMT. And if you guys remember, they reported earnings a little bit ago, back in the middle of August, so about a month ago, and the earnings report was pretty good from my understanding. And the stock hit an all-time high at $152.57 at that point in time. And let me double check. Was that an all-time? Actually, it wasn't an all-time high, but it got pretty dang close to hitting that all-time high at $153.66, but we didn't get it quite yet. We were so close, and now we've sold off a good almost $10 per share from that point in time when they reported earnings, when Walmart reported earnings. And that is down, again, $10 or about 5.4%. And we're currently trading under both moving averages on this 4-hour chart, but we are maintaining the uptrend based on this trend line that you guys can see right here. And if I pull back to the yearly chart, you can see it even better. This is simply a pullback, right, based on my technical analysis. And on both these time frames, the 180-day 4-hour chart and on the yearly chart, the RSI is getting the oversold status, or else I wouldn't be covering it here in this video. And I do make oversold stock videos every single week, and we cover stocks that are oversold in these videos, obviously. And Walmart fits the criteria. So I think buyers could start stepping in, whether it's in the low 140s, mid 140s on the stock. And this is no GameStop, it's no AMC, it's not one of these meme stocks that's going to rip like crazy out of nowhere. It's nothing like that, guys. So you're going to need a little bit more patience with Walmart. But if you do have a decent time horizon, a couple of months, couple of weeks at least, this could end up panning out. You know, again, in the low 140s, maybe it starts pushing back 150, mid 150s eventually. And another thing worth mentioning here is on the yearly chart, we see a clear ascending triangle, right? We have a clear resistance at 152, 153, which is the sticking point at this point in time. And we've been uptrending into that resistance ever since March of this year, 2021, and maybe even before that. Let's pull up the 3-year chart. Yeah, even before that, guys, from March of 2020, we've been uptrending, and even before that, back in December of 2018, 2019 as well. So Walmart's been uptrending, but the past roughly 8 to 9, 10 months, we've been struggling at the 153 mark, and we're squeezing deeper into that triangle. So I think we're ultimately going to break out here. Whether or not it's this week, well, I doubt it's going to be this week, but next week, a month, 3, 6 months from now, nobody knows. But I think this dip will be bought. It's oversold, and I think eventually we will squeeze out of the triangle. So that's stock number 1. PENN is stock number 2. This one is very oversold. I mean, very. This hit an all-time high of $142 back in the middle of March, and it hit a low of $61 back in the beginning of August. So it lost over 50%, 55% to be exact. And now you're seeing a break over the moving averages. We're noticing a golden cross as well. So this is one that's very oversold, obviously, and it's starting to shift in terms of the trend from being in a downtrend under the moving averages to now breaking over the moving averages, and we're trying to hold both moving averages as of now. Now, the second it breaks under this 180 moving average, it starts going under 70 into the 60s again. That's not going to be good. At that point, we might test the lows from the beginning of August. But if we get a bounce here in the mid 70s, 76, and we start pushing up back over 80, maybe towards that 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart, we end up breaking out of that as well. That is going to be a sign that the dip is being bought. That's a confirmation of the breakout, and this could be pushing 85, maybe it breaks 85, 86, which was a struggle point earlier in September, and we start going 90s, maybe $100 again. So PENN is nice. I like it. It's reversing trend. Now we just have to wait and see if this dip is bought up, and I think there's a good chance that it will be. So that is ticker symbol PENN. And the last one for today, which we did talk about recently, but I want to cover it again in this video because I know a lot of you guys don't stick through the whole video. And these videos I typically make with the 3 oversold stocks, they're a bit shorter, so you'll catch it in this video if you missed it in my other videos, right, which are a bit longer, longer form content. So stock number 3 is Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol JNJ, and I mentioned how this has been it's just been a pool of red for this stock ever since it hit all-time highs of almost $180 back in the middle of August. That was a month ago, a little bit less than a month ago. It's just been an onslaught. It's been slaughtered. It's just been really rough out there for J&J. If I pop up this 20-day chart, you guys can see most of the past 20 trading days have been red. Literally, most of them have been red. There's only been 1 or 2 or 3 green days in the past 20 days. So it's just been really rough out there for J&J, and the fact that the markets in general are red, it doesn't help it out considering J&J is a larger cap stock. So I think if the markets start to reverse in general, we're talking S&P, Dow, NASDAQ even, that's going to help J&J's case to bounce off of this, downwards trend line, the support of it's an upwards trend. It's going to help J&J bounce right around the mid 160s, probably back up to the 170s, mid 170s, and so forth. So I believe that this dip on J&J will be bought up. Is it being bought up quite yet? Not yet. You guys can see it's still in a downtrend, so keep that in mind. But we are starting to see a bit of a bullish divergence. It's not the craziest that I've seen, but the RSI is slowly starting to gain some strength down here as we're still making lower lows, lower highs. So that could be a sign that a move is it's coming on Johnson & Johnson. So those are 3 stocks, guys: Walmart, PENN, J&J. We could go on and on and on. There's a lot of other ones that are oversold, like Coinbase, in my opinion. SoFi is oversold. I own both of those, full disclosure. And I'm looking to add these 3, Walmart, PENN, J&J, if the targets that we talked about in this video end up panning out. So that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button for me. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and drop me a comment. Let me know know your thoughts down below, and check out my Patreon if you guys want all my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, a morning update video every trading day, private Discord access, and more access to me, plus more. All of that's on Patreon down below, or you guys can go to StockSurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your $30 from M1 Finance and your 2 stocks from Webull up to $1,600. All you have to do is deposit $100 into both of those platforms, and we each get some free money, which, let's be honest, who doesn't like free money, right? So I'll catch you guys later on. Thanks for watching again. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out.